This is 2 days in a row, Light Warriors. It's going to start to become a habit. It's good to see everyone. You know, I know that now is a time to really have a strong connection with each other, and that's why I'm trying to increase the amount of live streams. You know, I've been posting every day, but I feel, especially yesterday, that we connect a lot more when I'm live. It's good to see everyone, and we have another energy update, and we're going to talk about a lot of things that are happening in the world and what more to expect coming up in the future. And, you know, a lot of people are new to this, and we're presenting from a place of authenticity, and people want to know, why is the world so crazy right now? So that's why people are coming here, so that we can learn a little bit more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. It's good to see everyone. If you're watching on the replay, I'm just giving everyone another minute to get on. And if you haven't done so already, I'm very grateful if you please smash the like button. It's really been helping others find our channel. You see how much we've grown in just a short few weeks, and we're going to continue to grow, because there's a lot of change going on in the world right now. A lot of change, a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. And that's why I'm here, and that's why all of you are here, and that's why this is a shift of human consciousness. So we're going to talk about the Schumann Resonance today. We're going to talk about the solar flare that's going to hit us at any minute by now as I'm making this transmission. Hopefully I don't get knocked off. And we're going to talk about Hurricane Ida. We're going to talk about other hurricanes. We're going to talk about anomalies, more anomalies in the hurricanes, Light Warriors. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the great solar flash, because this reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. So it's good to see everyone. Give everyone a few more seconds to get on before I start hammering away on this one. So most of you have been on this journey. Some of you are new. And we're monitoring the Schumann Resonance. And the Schumann Resonance is the Earth's frequency. And in the past 2 years, it's been measured scientifically that there's more activity in the Schumann Resonance than ever before. The frequency of the Earth is changing, and the Schumann Resonance is connected to all of the living creatures, all of our body systems, and our brain activity. It's all connected. So as we're seeing the rise in the Schumann Resonance, where we all live, our physical bodies are going to have to rise in frequency as well. So in the past 24 hours, we've had a peak of power 26. Again, not a lot of activity overall, but we're heading towards a September to remember. And, you know, right on cue, we just had a solar flare, a class C3 solar flare, a big solar flare, right? So it's called a Morton wave or a Morton-Ramsey wave. This is also known as a solar tsunami. So some people are already familiar with solar flares, and you know that if a solar flare, right, it's coming our way because it flared out facing our world, and it's going to cause disruptions. So when this Morton wave hits us, right, we're going to see in the Schumann Resonance, right, maybe some spikes. We're going to maybe experience ascension symptoms in our body. Some of you are already familiar. When solar flares hit the Earth, we see increased earthquakes and volcanism. And haven't we already been seeing a lot of earthquakes and volcanism? The sun's energy output is increasing. Our world's frequency, the Schumann Resonance, is increasing. And we're also having galactic energy coming in from our central sun, right? The galactic center. And all of these, right? Sometimes we think only the sun is the only source of energy that's coming to us, but there are other energies, right? We recently talked about Sirius, right? These other stars, there's other celestial bodies that are bringing energy to our world right now. So we have this Morton wave, solar tsunami that's coming our way, Light Warriors. Watch out, right? Maybe it'll give us the 3 days of darkness that we've been waiting for, right? A lot of us that are awake are waiting for the 3 days of darkness. It'll be nice and peaceful with no TV or internet, right? You know, we might not be together for a few days, but we all know its importance, right? A lot of times I'm out in nature and I share the importance for our physical, mental health, and spiritual health to be out in nature and to be disconnected from the television as I knock my special crystal over. Lucky Isaiah, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Love and support always. I appreciate that. You might experience ascension symptoms when the solar flare comes. And earlier this year, we talked about a solar flare and that you might have the ascension symptom of feeling very thirsty, right? So during that time, if you feel the symptom, always listen to your body. You want to replenish with a lot of alkaline water. Water is the most energy conductive material. And we're learning that 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. And these energies are coursing through the body. So we're going to want to listen to our body. A lot of times all we have to do is listen. I told you the body is the tuning fork. They're telling you the truth, right? So listen to your body. And when this solar flare comes in, you might say, oh, you know, I'm feeling incredibly thirsty these days. You might have the urge to eat a lot of fruit, and you want to intake a lot of fruit and drink a lot of water during this time period, because just because these energies aren't part of the visible light spectrum, they are still part of the electromagnetic spectrum. And they still interfere with our cells and our DNA. 1.4 volts, trillions of cells, 700 trillion volts of electricity coursing through your body, Light Warriors, coursing through your body. If you're learning something new today, please smash the like button so that others can find our message. We're going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to expand human consciousness. So when a big solar flare comes in, we know it could knock down maybe the grid. We could have satellite interruptions, maybe no TV and internet. Woo-hoo, right? Some people might wig out. I remember like a couple of years back, like people were calling 911 because some of the internet sites were out. So can you imagine what's going to happen when we're all disconnected from all these sites, right? Get out in nature. Start to train yourself. You might be new to this. Start to train yourself to get out in nature. When I'm filming most of my videos, I'm out in nature, if you're new to this. But I can't connect like this on a live stream. I have to have the laptop and the Wi-Fi. These are the things that we need, right, to do this. But every day I spend time out in nature, unless if there's a hurricane, which we're going to talk about right now. Okay? So last week we had Hurricane Henri, right? And this week we have Hurricane Ida. And I want to draw more conclusions, right? Connecting more dots and analyzing what's going on. You know, even, you know, right now, this is important stuff because our people, our brothers and sisters are in harm's way. And Hurricane Ida right now is strengthened to a Category 4 hurricane. And, you know, it's in the Louisiana Gulf, right, where it's heading towards Louisiana. But once a hurricane enters the Gulf, right, we know the landmass, it can't veer off. And last week we were all praying and sending our energy to kind of force Henri, right, to the east and get away from New York. And it did, right? We all know Henri made that turn. But right now where this hurricane is, even if it turns, it's surrounded by land. So we all have to pray and send our energy. We're all connected in the electric universe, if you didn't know. We could send our energy to weaken this hurricane so it does not cause devastation. And I want a lot of us to know, like Hurricane Katrina years ago was a category 5. But when hurricanes are measured, they're measured by wind speed only. And the magnitude of the destruction of a hurricane is not only by the category number, right? So each category, if you did not know this, you might be learning something new. It goes by wind speed. But wind speed is not the only thing that causes devastation. The number one cause of devastation of a hurricane is the storm surge. And what's happening is the pressure of the hurricane is pushing on the ocean water as it approaches. Picture hundreds of miles of storm, hundreds of miles, pushing on the water, pushing. And then when it reaches the coast, it causes what's called a storm surge. And that ocean water floods. It's not flooding from rain. So a hurricane could cause wind damage, flooding from rain, or storm surge, which is different than flooding. So I just want everyone to be aware that Ida, we want to pray and send our energy that Ida weakens so that it doesn't cause what's called a storm surge, because storm surge is what is devastating, right? You can't stop an entire ocean. I was out on the front line the other day. If you're new to the channel, you should go back and see the previous videos from the week. And earlier on, after Henri passed New York, it still stirs up the ocean. There was big waves, right? And, you know, you're just a person and, you know, the waves were knocking everyone over, right? So, you know, nothing can stop a bad storm surge. So we want to make sure that our brothers and sisters are safe. And we have to ask the question, if there are technologies to make changes to the weather, why isn't this technology, which has been proven by Nikola Tesla, why isn't it used for the good of humanity? I'm here to ask the question. You could answer it in the chat if you want. Why isn't the technology used to help our people? Which brings me to another question. I saw a presentation by someone showing the satellite footage of Hurricane Henri. And there was an explosion in the hurricane. And you see this on a satellite, how there's a and as the hurricane's going, there's a little hurricane within a hurricane, almost an explosion. And the hurricane actually gets bigger. And we see it on satellite. I'll share that video link in our Telegram chat if you want to see it. I thought it was very interesting. And we asked the question, why does this happen? Right? I see some of you see that. So we're asking the question. You see, in Bizarro world, everything is what's called, what's the word? Oh, yes. Luciferian. Everything's upside down. So these technologies that were proven by Nikola Tesla should be used for the good of humanity. Technologies like the amplifying antenna. Some of you have heard of a Tesla coil. An amplifying antenna was something that Tesla wanted to put in every major city. Started to build them and could pull energy from the ionosphere and give everyone free electricity. But for some reason, that's not used for the good of humanity. So we're here to ask the question, right? Why was all of Tesla's technology suppressed? Where are they? And why is actually the opposite happening? Why is the opposite happening? We're here to ask the question as a hydrate. Because questioning everything is our birthright. We're here to ask these questions, right? So all of this energy right now, right? We're seeing a lot of storms. And that's the energy theme of as we go into September, a September to remember, Light Warriors. The energy of storms, right? There's storms that are coming. But sometimes when God brings the storm, it kind of clears everything out. You know, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of maybe pollution in the air, right? And the storm comes through and cleans it all out, blows it all away. And that's the energy theme of the storms. right? The storms that are coming, all different types of storms. So since we're constantly seeing over the past few years an increase in the Schumann resonance, the increase in activity in the Schumann resonance, which is connected to brain waves and our bodily functions, we're focused on the great solar flash that was spoken about by many people before us. Was spoken about by Dolores Cannon. If you're new to this, you should check out Dolores Cannon. She was great. She was great on my awakening journey. You're starting to say, oh my, wow, everything's fake, right? And then you start learning all these things, right? And you start going down the rabbit hole. You should check out Dolores Cannon and what she spoke about this time period. She hasn't been wrong yet. So I know it seems scary right now, but I wouldn't be too worried. She said, and those that understand many of the ancient texts, that this will all go around us. It will all go around us. And that's where we're at. So we're in the time period of the great solar flash. And, you know, several people share about the great solar flash. And we want to think of the great solar flash almost like great solar flashes. This is the evolution of our sun. And I've done full videos explaining the great solar flash, and you should check them out on the channel page. And we saw when the Schumann resonance had its all-time high, and it was hit something that it never hit before, went off the charts, right? One station went blackout and the other one had something in the thousands registered. And then we felt all those ascension symptoms in December. Some of you remember that. Some of you are new to the channel. But try to think back. Maybe you were feeling all these weird things. A lot of us are feeling ascension symptoms in our solar plexus. This energy is knocking blockages that the controllers of the narrative, living in a fake matrix, living in a world that was fake, and pushed fear and anxiety. We hold up fear and anxiety in our solar plexus. And that's why we're constantly releasing right now. So many people, including myself, I shared about that a long time ago, deal with anxiety. Years ago, I had a lot of anxiety. And then you start to let go as you start to learn all these things. And life becomes so beautiful. And you want to share this life with other people. And that's why I'm here to improve your everyday life. If you feel like your everyday life's being improved, please smash the like button so that others will find this message. Share this message. When we're done with the live stream, I appreciate that. This will be authentic and this will go through the people. And that's why all the common everyday life people are banding together now. And we're all playing our unique role. I appreciate that. We're all playing our unique role in this great spiritual awakening for humanity. We're all seeing clearly. We're all seeing clearly and things that don't make sense. When you say to yourself, you say, Mike, how do I understand this better? When you say to yourself, I don't understand what's happening in the world and how X, Y, and Z and how can people believe this and that or whatever. We need to understand that 95% of our everyday life experience is dictated by subconscious programs. And these subconscious programs are running all day long. That's why they're called subconscious. We're not even aware of them. And there are subconscious programs of fear and shame that are pumped out through programming on the tell lies to your vision. That's why they call it a television program, because they're programming the subconscious mind, right? And now everyone has fear and shame where there should not be fear and shame. And then when we go to the scale of vibrational consciousness, fear and shame is the lowest state of vibrational consciousness. Shame and those that pump out shame are satanic. The highest state of vibrational consciousness is authenticity, the truth, also known as I am, the I am energy, the truth. You want to get to the place of love and authenticity. And a lot of people are struggling with shame and fear right now. And I'm here. I've done a full video on the vibrational states of consciousness. We need to get to at least acceptance. And when we get to acceptance, but we still want to do better than acceptance, we'll be okay. Because I know my brothers and sisters are dealing with mental health struggles. They're dealing with spiritual health struggles. And that's why I'm here. And that's why all of you are here. We're in this together. If you're in this together, please smash the like button so that others will continue to find this message. So we're seeing all these energies shake the world up right now. And we're seeing, I'm like you. I need to see. Sometimes we need to really, we have that analytical mind and we want to see something, right? That was the case for me on my journey, right? Because a lot of energies are within the electromagnetic spectrum and we can't see them with our naked eye, right? But it doesn't mean that they don't exist. We only see invisible light. So having a human experience, even though we're infinite beings here for this mission, having a human experience, we only see invisible light. So we're basically blind to most of the universe. We're basically blind. And that's why we're relearning everything, because a lot of things were hidden and a lot of junk is in the body. That's why when these energies are coming in, pay attention now, the currency of the universe. When these energies are coming in, they're upgrading our DNA because it's light and sound reception and transmission. Over the course of time, and it's no one's fault. Thank you, Nick. It's no one's fault, but we were born into this prison. Dolores Cannon said that this was a prison planet, and I'm here to bust y'all out of prison. That's what I'm here to do. And once you've broken free, we're in a prison of subconscious programs, and we're programmed to eat these foods with chemicals and all this other stuff, and it starts to clot up our body. We have heavy metals in our body. I talked about cilantro. You got to get cilantro in the diet, Light Warriors. Pull out the heavy metals today. If your everyday life is being improved by this message, please smash the like button. And we're going to keep going. And we're going to keep improving everyone's life, even if I have to do it myself. I shared that several months ago. You need to embody the energy of even if I have to do it myself, because who knows if anyone's coming to save us. But I'm telling you, we all have the ability to save ourselves because a lot of things are an illusion. We were programmed, I need to have this thing. I need to eat this thing. I need to have this job. I need to have this relationship. I need to live this way. But they are all subconscious programs of the mind. Everything is mental. And when we break free of the subconscious programs, we embody the person that we came here to be. And that's what these energies bring. And I know if a person is new to this, it's a lot to digest at once. But the Schumann Resonance is showing us the evolution of our world. Life and all the living creatures are living here. Our bodies are being upgraded, and we must match the vibrational frequency of the world. Otherwise, we have problems. And sometimes the energies, knock out blockages. A lot of people are not aware of the chakras. If you're new to this, I have videos explaining about some of the chakras of the body. Chakra means spinning wheel of energy. And some of us are familiar with the 7 chakras, but there's actually more, right? And we have a human energy field that actually extends out of the body. And there are machines that measure brain waves that the scan is out of the body. The brain waves are outside the body. we're starting to realize that this is just a vessel. I am the energy that operates the body. You are the energy that operates the body, not just the physical body. And we've been on this journey for so long, and we're kind of rooted in the spiritual world, but there's a lot more than we were led to believe. And the Schumann Resonance is giving us this evidence that there is a great shift happening right now. And all of these energies in the electric universe, right, in the ether, right, it's all connected. Sometimes you might think about someone that lives far away from you, then they call you, right? They text you, right? We all have a connection. Some of you might have experienced distance Reiki healing. My friend Adam Gell has done distance Reiki healing on me. And, you know, even earlier on my journey, I said, how is this possible? You know, but I you know, you have to have an open mind. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're away. No one's in the room with you. And then you actually feel something. The truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. And I'm here to share with you all that it's a big difference when you have firsthand experience. I understand that. That's why when I started to use the 528 hertz frequency, the miracle tone, I started healing my body, getting better night's sleep. If you're new to this, I have some 30-minute solfeggio frequencies you could fall asleep to. Hopefully my live stream's not putting you to sleep. That's not good, right? But you say to yourself, when you're new to this, you say, how does a frequency do anything? It's just sound. But trillions of cells are vibrating. Trillions of cells. And they're responding. We're going to learn more about epigenetics. Epigenetics also means above genetics. How other things besides what you're born with actually affect your genetics. Can you turn things on or off? Might be new to you. And that's why we want to be focused on the light of Christ, right? Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I like that little doggy guy. That's cool. We need to be focused because this light enters our DNA. You know, it's been several years now that I, you know, haven't wore a drop of that poison, also known as sunblock. And I see the change in myself, and people that know me from my everyday life can see the change in myself. We have been programmed in the subconscious mind. We see programs and we download the programs, right? If you're new to this, you should check out my video on subconscious mind reprogramming and other videos I've done on the subconscious mind. And if you believe something, it could be good or bad. You are the creator of the reality. And I want to stay focused on the law of 80-20. Right? You're definitely in control of 80% of the reality. There's other things as well. I talked about dimensional bleeding. Other things can interfere sometimes. But we know about the placebo and nocebo effect. Placebo effect, good things, healing, better. Nocebo effect, bad, fear, fear. And then your cells actually react to it when there's actually nothing there. It's called the nocebo effect. Nocebo effect. No. The light. Right? That's right, First Light. That's right. If you learned something new today, please smash the like button. I might have to do this a lot more. Yeah, and I appreciate all of you, and we're all sticking in this together. So, you know, we're seeing the shakeup of the collective consciousness. We're seeing this in the Schumann resonance. It's directly connected to human brainwaves. If you're hearing about the man Nikola Tesla today, and if you've never heard of Nikola Tesla, please take the time, as we're all sovereign beings going through this shift. Research Nikola Tesla today, please, and ask the question, why is he taken out of all the science books? I got to know that. I got to know the answer to that. We got to ask the questions, because in science, we question everything, because questioning everything is our birthright. And we're going to continue to ask questions, ask more questions, and then ask another question after that. The way through this right now, I know it seems dark, but the response is to ask the question. It is the very first part of science. Everything in science starts with asking the question. And I've shared with many people over the course of time. In the subconscious mind, we're programmed that asking questions means that maybe someone is dumb. But actually, in this inverted Luciferian world, asking questions is a sign of intelligence. So continue to question everything. Everything. Because you are in charge of your reality. Yeah. A lot of people know about why Tesla was shunned, but it's good to ask questions. When we ask the questions, it makes it more authentic. You understand? Thanks, David. I'll make sure to do more. If you like live streams, please smash the like button. We'll get it out there. Get this message out there. So we're rethinking everything. If you've just tuned in, whether you're new or been on the journey for 3 years, Schumann Resonance is peaked at power 26. Not a lot of activity right now, but we have a class C3 solar flare, and it bursted from the sun. It doesn't move at the speed of light. It moves slower. So it takes a few days to hit the earth and make cause effects. So this is known as a Morton wave, also known as a solar tsunami. So I think as the sun is constantly, as we're getting towards the great solar flash, as the sun keeps picking it up, we're going to learn more about space weather. It's going to become more mainstream. Ronnie, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. And right now, all different people are resonating with this message. I focus like a laser beam on the Hopi prophecy. We're all different. It's true. We're all different colors, classes, and creeds. And we're all coming together because we're the same core vibrational frequency. Right? We're the same vibrational frequency. The same energy. We're all unique. We're all different. Not like that hive mind stuff. That's something else. We're all connected. We're all the same, but we're also all unique. And you yourself, you're hearing this message right now, and I'm here to make you remember that you are infinite and you're much more powerful than you were led to believe. And we're seeing these energies more and more right now. We're seeing it in the Schumann Resonance. If you're new to this channel, you should go to the channel page and look at my Schumann Resonance playlist and start to rethink the reality. Everything is connected. Everything has a vibrational frequency. Michael's hierarchy, right? We have the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. And right now, because of illusions, because of spells, because of subconscious programs of the mind, people's spiritual health is very low. So that's why I spend the most time on spiritual health, mental, and physical. Many aspects. I appreciate all of you for being here. Appreciate you all. And I appreciate all of you that are sharing the messages and doing all the things like smashing the like button. It's to help others find it. We're talking about, we're seeing all the phony videos, the lower vibrational videos of all this nonsense. And now we need to get videos out there that are going to serve our people. And the only way, it's like David versus Goliath, right? The only way this happens authentically is through the people. So it's through all of you. And I'm grateful for all of you. Yes, paying attention, the currency of the universe, right? It's all in the language. Current, an electric current, currency. Pay attention. Right? We're headed towards the solar flash. No one knows the day or time. And we're seeing it. We want to really think about it as solar flashes, because it will continue to pop off. And the solar flash is something a little different than these solar flares. You know, I don't think a lot of people will be able to see the solar flash because it's beyond visible light. And I've been sharing that with you a lot of, you know, for a long time. We could only see invisible light. Some of you, I talked about how people are viewing the sun differently. When I look at the sun, and I'm not talking about sunrise and sunset, you still see that golden sun. But years ago, when the sun, you know, 80% of the day when it's high in the sky, it used to look yellow. And now when I look at the sun, it looks white, and I see like violet halo around the sun. If you see a white sun when you look at it with violet around it or something different, share it in the comments. Share it in the chat. We're still live right now. The sun looks different to you than years ago. And I really started to see the change in the sun in 2012. That's when the sun started to look different. We're seeing an increase in the energy coming from the sun. And within our whole galaxy, we're just going through a more energetic field right now. And we're seeing it manifests as thermal energy. Thermal energy. All planets are heating up right now. All planets are heating up. And you might be heating up. So like, especially when we have the solar flare, I talked about this earlier. You might have the Ascension symptom that you might be thirsty. Got to hydrate. Water is the most energy conductive material. And you might have the urge to eat more fruit. Some of you might eat a lot of fruit already, but during this time, you might want to hydrate with fruit. And the water is actually almost like a plasma in the fruit. It's actually more hydrating than just drinking water itself. So just things to think about. I'm here to improve your journey. If your journey is being improved, smash the like button. We're going to keep going. And I appreciate all of you. We're really making a great change. And it's all because of all of you. I present from a place of authenticity. I shared we go through a shift. In July, I talked about the Lionsgate portal. And from that portal, look how much we have grown, how much we've expanded. And some of you might even see a change in me because I'm moving up. And when we move up in energy, we have a whole different experience. And everything's magnetic. So now you're going to be attracting different people. Higher vibrational people will come. And the other ones go, exit stage right. Right? So be conscious of everything that's happening right now. I know that it's a lot right now. It's a lot even for me. A lot of us have to make changes. We're used to what's familiar and comfortable. I did a full video on leaving what's familiar and comfortable. And as humans, you know, that's what we want to do. We want to stay with what's familiar and comfortable. And these energies are shaking us up. When I started this, I did a video. Once you see, you could never unsee. Once you see, you could never unsee. That's what this journey is all about. We're waking up. I know it's hard sometimes when we wake up, sometimes in the morning, we don't want to get out of bed, right? And it's hard to wake up. I understand this. Some people have an easier time. That's just how it is. But we need to let go of the ego, because we're just letting go of subconscious programs that were given to us. Who were the writers of the subconscious programs? And now you will become the writers of the subconscious programs. And when we have these energy blockages, they are sometimes knocked around when we have these energies come in. So some of you that have been on this journey, we know about Ascension Symptoms. We might feel a little uncomfortable. We might have these unexplained symptoms, and they come in when these energies come in. And these energies could even go through a solid brick wall. So nothing will stop this, light warriors. Absolutely nothing. So I hope that this energy update is helpful for all of you. If you're just getting in now, when I get off, take a look at the beginning of this message. Please leave a comment and, smash the like button. You've all been doing that. I appreciate that. And share this message with others. Share this message. I take the most, it gives me the most joy to see someone like awaken, like they just light up like a Christmas tree. So maybe you know someone that's like questioning. If you're questioning what's happening in the world, if you know someone that's questioning what's happening in the world, they're ready to learn our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And then we know what's going on, right? So we have to think differently right now and, stick together. We're all in the same boat. And we're heading towards a September to remember. If you didn't see yesterday's video, a September to remember, you should take a look at that. And it's divine timing. We're all coming together in divine timing. We're all strengthening our unique skills. I have my skills. You have your skills. And collectively, we formed 144,000, which is just an energy signature. 1 + 4 + 4 is 9. If you want to know the secrets of the universe, and if you knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would hold the keys to the universe. The keys to the universe are in your DNA. And so it is. So I hope that you learned something new today. Share this message everywhere today. And don't worry about what's going on in the world. Don't worry about the incoming solar flare. Don't worry about anything. The only thing that matters is your human energy field. Nothing out there. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the Schumann resonance, solar flares, and anomalies in hurricanes. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. Vibrational synchronization. I love you all. Please continue to share our messages. Find the others. Connect on Telegram. I made that group for all of you because I know that a lot of people are struggling during this time period and you need someone to talk to 24 hours a day. And you might find new friends. There are so many people right now. There are so many people right now that are alone, and we're going to put an end to that. We're going to put an end to people feeling alone, right? That's just the time period that we're in right now. We're resetting, and I'm here to provide you friends, right? And then you're just going to pass it forward. That's how we're reconnecting right now. We're all a soul family. We're all on different continents. I know it's hard. You might only know one or the two other people that are close by, but eventually it starts to grow more and more and more. So be conscious of the Schumann resonance. I have a lot more in store coming up. I'm grateful for all of you. I hope this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. Love you all. Keep going. Stay strong. Bye for now.